Hi everybody, welcome to our Chess Skills Fundamentals class. As you know, we had our last meeting for the semester a couple weeks ago. We finished up exams, we had commencement. Last week was sort of our intersession where we didn't, the nursing students started, but everyone else doesn't start their summer semester until next week. We have had quite a few students, not quite a few students, I'll just give you an update as to what our club is right now. At this moment, we have about 74, 75 members in our club. This is our in-person and also online club. But also, if you look at our chess.com club, let's see if I can find it here. If we go to, let's see, social, we want to go to clubs, Grand Rapids. We have 123 members in our club, so that's pretty good. Looks like our newest member, I Am Streets Ahead, contacted me last week. Looks like he's going to be going to summer school. So there are several students who are interested in doing class over the summer. Not just class, but doing chess club over the summer. So if you haven't already gotten back to me, check out the email that I sent to you if you're in our registered club, and let me know if you're interested in playing this summer, and I'll see if I can come up with some dates where we can have some in-person games. We may do some tournaments on chess.com. We did some really fun 3-minute tournaments this past semester. That was kind of fun as we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do during our class time, but yeah, let's get together this summer. There are several of us who want to do that. One thing I wanted to talk about today, like I said, we didn't have a class this week or last week, but I wanted to look at something up here. See if I can find it. Here it is. Okay, so several weeks ago, maybe a month ago. No, it had to be longer than that, I guess. Maybe a couple of months ago, I did a session on what are our goals, or how do you set goals. And in this session, I'll just back up a little bit. In this session, we talked a little bit about, is your goal to, just to play games, is it to have fun, to learn, to get better at chess, that sort of thing. And I kind of shared with you, these are my goals for our chess club. This is what I want to get out of it. I do want to play games, obviously, have fun. I want to learn a lot about chess. I want to be better. I want to be a better advisor for you. But I'm also looking at my rating and seeing what that means. Do I want to get better? Obviously, I do. I think I told you a couple videos ago that when I started my chess journey many years ago, this may be in 2008 when I was a chess club advisor at another college. I think the highest I got was in the 1500s, and I want to get back to that and then eventually get up into the 1700s if I can. And I put together a sort of a training schedule that I've been doing. So I've been going through the most recent Fritz trainer that I've been going through is this one. It's the basics of winning. What is this called? The Basics of Winning Chess 2.0 by Andrew Martin. I did complete the other one, The Basics of Winning Chess number 1 with Andrew Martin. That was a really good DVD. They're put out by Fritz Trainer. Check previous videos if you want more information about those. But so I'm about, a quarter of the way through this one, and it's really good. So we'll see if it helps me improve. But anyway, I did want to go through, not this presentation. You can look at this presentation. This is the part 8, creating and achieving goals in chess. But I wanted to do sort of a follow-up, let's see, as to what, how did I do? So as I said, in that presentation, my goal at the end of this semester, so this was last week, was to reach 1,200 in both rapid and daily chess on chess.com. So this was at the end of April. As I said, our classes were finished a couple weeks ago because we had commencement a week ago Friday. And did I meet my goal? My goal for the semester, as I said, was 1,200 by the end of the semester. I want to reach 1,300 by the end of 2023, and then back to 1,500 by 2025. So those are my goals that I'm focusing on And I shared some statistics back then. Back then, my stats were 1109. This was back in April. I don't see a date on that, but like I said, my daily games were at 1109. And one of my theories, or I don't know, one of the ways I thought that I could get to that goal, which I thought was a realistic goal, is, let's see if I can find the screen. Here it is. How am I going to achieve that goal? So first of all, I had to play a lot of games, which I did. I wanted to review and analyze my games, which I also did. I shared some of those with our chess club. I created a training plan that I shared with you in another previous video. Taking a chess course, like I said, I finished one and I started this one. We bought a bunch of chess books in the library, and I'm starting to look at those. Do tactics training every day. I did not do it every day. I wish I did, but as a father and as a husband, and and my full-time job and my church and that sort of stuff, I did not do tactics training every day. I did want to, but I just didn't get to it. But I did track my rating. I also wanted to stop timing out. And this is where some of it was sort of interesting for me, in that, as I said, stop timing out in chess was one of my key factors in how to do better. So as we look at my stats, did I achieve my goal? Well, as of today, I'm at 1202. Was I a week ago? No, I wasn't. I got as high as 1199, and then I lost a few games. And then I timed out in like 7 games. So I went back down to like 1170 or something like that, and it was frustrating. And I'm like, oh man, I wonder if I can get to 1200 by the time I record this video. Today I did reach 1200 again, and so I thought, I'll just record it and hopefully inspire some of you to kind of do what I'm doing here. Rapid, I'm at 1295. I was 1295, I think, back then too. But in terms of Blitz, I'm at 745. I do have a problem with 3-minute games. I just don't have enough time to think about chess as I'm playing those games. But yeah. So did I achieve my goal? Kind of. Just looking at my games, you can see there's some of my dailies are down here. Let's see, some of my 3-minute games. This was a fun game here. But where is it that I timed out? Because that was frustrating. As I said, I timed out like 7 games in a row, and that really sort of killed my rating. I don't see it in here, but yeah, that was frustrating. So let's go back and look at my stats again. Okay, so over the last 30 days, let's take a look at that. I played 88 games. As you can see, my daily is 1202. This is where this is the shape of my rating over the past 30 days. 1165. As you can see, it went up to 1191. Where's that 1199? Maybe it was a little further back than. Yeah, here it is, 1199 back on April 1st. I was so excited, thinking that, I'm going to break it. And then, as you can see, there's this downward spiral where I lost some games, and then I timed out in a bunch. And then I think here's the other one where I went and timed out some more. Oh, maybe it was this one, from 1191 down to 1179. I timed out. So I would encourage you all to take a look at your stats. So in the last 90 days, I've played 220 games. I've won 54% of them, lost 44%. My best win was a 1,541 player. I do want to take a look at one of the games that I did play. It's this one. This one I played last week. Again, it was a daily. This one's against a 1,475 level player. Let's take a look at it really quick. So first move is d4. I played d5. White plays c4. Looks like it's a Queen's Gambit. I accept, so it's a Queen's Gambit accepted opening. White plays e4. I play e5. Bishop takes c4. The engine, which is Stockfish, is saying that that is a miss, win. They're also questioning this move by me. Knight to f6, queen to b3, queen to e7. So Stockfish says queen to d4 is the best move in this position, but I chose to defend my pawn on e3 from attack. So let's just take a look at that line quick. So queen takes d4 would be the move. The next one is bishop, which I didn't like. Bishop takes f7 check, and king to d8. So these are the best moves from Stockfish, but I don't like that I lost the option to castle, and my queen is in the middle of the board, which I don't like. And I'm on the same open file. The queen is on the same open file as my king. So I didn't like that line, but just so you can see, that's what Stockfish says was my best option. So we'll go back. So where we left off was queen to e7. So it's white's black's turn. Excuse me. I did d takes e5, knight. So that was white takes e5, knight takes e4, bishop takes f7 check. I take with my queen, and white moves his queen to a4 check again. So although this is a nice fork by white, as you can see, there's a nice fork here between white attacking my king and my knight. White is still down in evaluation. You can see I'm still ahead by 3.3 points. So what happens? So I protect my king with my bishop to bishop d7. Again, Stockfish didn't like this. This is a mistake. I should have moved my knight to c6 instead. Had I done that, I would have been attacking the queen and also had it protected by my bishop. So that was a mistake. Let's keep going. Let's see. Did I go? Oh, I'm sorry. I went ahead. So I moved my bishop d7. Again, that was a mistake. Queen. What the heck am I doing? Move 8, move 9. There we go. Queen takes e4, which is a great move because of that fork. Again, what I should have done is move my knight to c5. So that was a mistake. Bishop to c6, queen to g4, and bishop d7 is another mistake. I'm thinking about the queen here, but this move by me does waste time. So I should be developing my pieces instead. Okay, move 11. Queen moves, white moves his queen back to e2. They're saying that, Stockfish is saying that we should be looking at that move instead. I move my knight out to develop. Knight to f3 by white. I castle, and white castles. So our development is, actually we still have some development to do yet we castled. I move my rook to e8. White moves his rook to e1, saying that this is a miss. I move my queen out to, what is that, g6. Stockfish says this is a mistake. I should have pinned white's knight with my bishop by moving my bishop to here instead, but I didn't do that. So that's what Stockfish says I should have done. Move 15 is bishop d2. This is yet another miss. I'm moving my bishop out, which is saying that this is a mistake. I should be developing my pieces. Bishop to c5 would have been a good move here. Yeah, so I should have moved it to bishop to c5. So I should have done this instead, move that bishop out instead. Okay, where are we? Move 16. g3. This is a bad move. Or is it I cannot remember what these symbols are now. Stockfish didn't like that. I finally moved my bishop out to c5 like it told me to in the last move, but now it's saying this is an inaccuracy. The move before it was the preferred move. Move 17, the bishop goes to c3. Lots of question marks here by Stockfish. This is a bad move by c5. I'm trying to break open White's king side. Knight to b2 and h4. Now Stockfish is saying this is a great move. Again, I'm trying to break open White's defenses around the king. So that was my goal. White moves knight to e4. Again, this is an inaccuracy. Bishop to e7. I'm not sure why I moved the bishop here. I should have taken the pawn instead with h takes g3. I should have taken that instead. I don't know why I did that. All right, so this is what it would have looked like. H takes g3, knight takes g3, and then I move my rook over to f8, and then they continue their pawn down. So that's one option that could have gone. Those were the best moves, it says by Stockfish. So let's go back to again, b to e7. So the next move on 20 is rook rook on a to d1. Okay, I finally take on g3. White takes with the pawn on f, takes g3. I move my rook on the e file to the f file to f8. Next is rook to d3. I move my bishop to pin the knight. White relieves the stress on the pin. I move my queen over. Again, Stockfish doesn't like a lot of these moves. You will see very quickly, though, I have a method to this madness. So White just moved its rook to f1, and I'm pinning, now not pinning, but I'm skewering White's queen to the rook. So although Stockfish says rook to f5 is best, I like skewering the White's queen in this instance. Let's keep going. White moves his queen to f2, which it doesn't like, but again did not want to lose the queen on g2. Bishop takes the rook. Queen takes my bishop. And now the Stockfish is saying this is a brilliant move. I don't get brilliant moves very often. Rarely do I get them. I'm hoping to bring my queen down to attack on the king side. If White takes the queen, I can force a pin in the next move. However, if White takes the rook, it's checkmate. So let's take a look at that. So this would be the sequence with queen takes f3. Going back, if I take here, this is actually checkmate, which is really nice. But again, White didn't do that. Let's go back. So I take the pawn. King moves to f1. If White takes again the rook, it's checkmate on the next move. I just showed you that. So now it's time to force a pin. Do you see it? This is the goal of what I was trying to do here, was trying to pin White's queen. Do you see it? So if I move, and I did do this in the game, I moved my rook to f8. This is another great move because now I'm pinning White's queen to the king. So what can White do? In this game, White takes the rook, I take the queen. Now I'm way ahead of material. White is still trying to come out on top of this game with rook to f3. I'm moving my bishop to b4. I'm trying to, right now I'm trying to trade pieces. e6, king to d8, bishop takes on g7, queen gets check, gives check to White's king. White moves the king to e2, queen to e1 check. White moves his king out of the way. I put him in check again. Moves back. I'm checking again. Again, with each move at this point, I'm looking for checks, captures, and attacks. Those three things, or threats. Can I do that in each move? He moves his king back over, and I put him in check one more time. Here is another option. This is what Stockfish was saying is the best move. Queen to e3, and then move back. I don't really know if that's any better, but anyway, so this is how the game proceeded. So king to e3. I'm putting on some more pressure. Queen d5. White moves to put me in check with bishop to f6. I move my king out of the way. Now white is trying to push his pawns forward with a3, and I'm putting him in check now with b c5 check. Since I'm ahead of material again, I'm trying to simplify the board and exchange pieces. So white takes, I take. Taking this for white might not be the best plan because they are down in material. The king is, both of our kings are sort of wide open. But if I were white, I probably would not be exchanging pieces right now. White moves his king to f4. I move my knight to e7. Again, I'm trying to simplify and exchange pieces. And white takes my knight, which again, I don't think is the best thing because they are down in material. I take with my queen, excuse me. Queen to e5. I put him in check, which now is, again, what I'm trying to do is to simplify the board any way that I can. And white just gives up in this case. It's almost down by 4 points at this point. My goal, I guess, would be to bring my king further into the game, simplify the board. At some point, just pick off these pawns, and then figure out some way to probably pick off the rook in either some sort of a skewer or a fork, or even an exchange, because in the end game, if this pawn is gone, the chances of me driving one of these pawns up with support from my king is pretty likely. So I would have probably won that game anyway. So a nice game. It was fun. Again, you know, playing against someone a lot higher than you, 1475 as this person. I don't know. I was pretty pleased with it. What was the review of this game? Let's see. So I played 75.1% accuracy. He played 70%. Neither of us had any blunders. Both of us had misses. I had a lot of mistakes. He only had 3. I did have that brilliant move, which, like as I said before, I don't usually get. I had 2 great moves. He had 1, but then it did pretty good. Let's see. In the end, the analysis is saying he played like an 1100 player. It's saying that I played like a 13. It's also saying that I had a good opening, a good middle game, and a good ending. I have been noticing that a lot of my analyses are saying that my openings are getting good. As you know, I am focusing on the London system. I have watched the chess.com videos with Simon Williams. I've watched, I don't know, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 hours worth. I also have 2 DVDs, these Fritz trainers from Simon Williams on, I want to say it's a tactic toolbox from Fritz Trainers that's on the London system. Then also I want to say maybe a 5-hour or 6-hour Fritz trainer on the London system from Simon Williams. That's Ginger GM. And as you know, I also watched a lot of stuff online, YouTube from Levy Roseman, Eric Rosen, who else? I think Simon Williams has a video too on the London. So anyway, well, thanks for watching this far in the video. If you like the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe. If you want to join our club, please do. I did talk a little bit about the club, but I don't know that I showed you this. This is our chess fundamentals class as we are so far. We're keeping track of of the players in our club and how we're doing. So this first section here, you can kind of see where people are in their puzzle ratings, in their daily ratings, in their rapid ratings, and their blitz ratings. Hunter is probably going to be checking out from the summer because he's preparing for the U.S. Open. He has this goal to somehow get up to Anna Kramling's level, and at some point maybe play her at some point. That would be pretty cool, actually. But so he has some goals in that, and as you know, I think he's about a 2000 level rating right now, so he's doing a lot of studying, a lot of tactics. So we wish him well, but he will be back in the fall to help us with the class again in the fall. If you have not joined the class and would like to, please do. You can kind of see through the spreadsheet where we all are in our progress. I did not, many of us did not analyze as many games this semester as we probably could or should have. So we need to work on that. And then also you can kind of see all the videos that we have up so far. I have not done the blunder check video yet. That will be coming out in the next week or so. But then also I wanted to get this out today, being that we'll be starting the summer classes pretty soon. And I wanted to at least do a recap of goals. So again, thanks for watching. Let me know if you need anything. If you want to join, send me a message. And take care. All right. Bye-bye.